Hi, welcome to this week's LinkedIn Live. This week we're talking about discomfort, and actually, if you're not uncomfortable, maybe you're missing out. I'm Ash Ross. I'm an executive coach. I work with a range of individuals and teams across a variety of different businesses. And what I try to do each week is talk about topics that I notice coming up in my coaching sessions, and even some of the topics that come up in my teams. So this week, it's really about discomfort and how we are with discomfort, whether or not we're comfortable moving towards it, if it's something that we subconsciously move away from. It's a big part of growth. It's something that I see in my clients, but it's also something I've really experienced on a personal level. Very early in my career, particularly moving into my first manager's role, there were lots of things that created discomfort to the point of anxiety, stress, like not wanting to be in certain situations. And it's something I really had to learn to get comfortable with or see what the benefit was on the back of it to help me move in the direction I wanted to go. Discomfort can be something that we subconsciously move away from. So within ourselves, we operate within something within a comfort zone. The best way I like to describe it is that if you imagine a circle, we sit in the middle of that circle and we're always trying to be in that space. Sometimes when we want to do something different, though, we have to go to the edge of that circle or maybe even beyond. And that's where the discomfort can start to appear. A lot of that discomfort is just internal signaling saying, don't go there, don't do this isn't going to be fun, you may get exposed, this may be going on. And it's trying to pull us back by a physiological feeling to get to that middle point. So it's a very simple way of thinking about it, but it can really help us understand what's going on. Another way to think about discomfort is sometimes we get nerves that can lead into anxiety. So in sport, they talk a lot about arousal curves, and it applies in business and in life in general. So if you imagine a curve, there's a steep sort of curve and it comes up and it hits a peak. And what an arousal curve is describing is that discomfort, the feeling of nervousness, is actually getting us ready to perform. And then we hit that peak, and if we go too far, we tip over the edge. So how do we start to get comfortable with that discomfort? What does it actually mean to us? The first thing is to recognize it and normalize it. A lot of the time we will be thinking, okay, this doesn't feel good. I'm not enjoying this. This is uncomfortable. Some of us may actually get a bit of a buzz from it, saying, I'm putting myself in this sort of situation. I'm enjoying the discomfort. And that can come further down the line as signaling to say that we are actually going to get something positive out of this. If I'm uncomfortable and I can get through this, it gets me to that better place, the thing I want to do. So one of the first things to do is recognize it, be with it, understand it, and go, I am feeling this. The next thing is really to start thinking about, okay, what is it about this that is making me feel uncomfortable? Is it something to do with the situation? Is it something to do with the task? Is it something to do with the people that you're interacting with? Now, they will bring out a range of different thoughts, and it's normally the thoughts and the things that we make up in relation to that situation which actually causes the discomfort. It's our own beliefs around something that then drive that discomfort. The next stage is to start thinking about, okay, how do I challenge these thoughts? Like, what is it about them that is true? What it is about them is not true. Most of the thoughts will have what we like to say, like it's a very coachy term, but it's the 5% truth. Like, what's the gift that's within there? What's the information that it's giving you that you may potentially need to look at? The other bit is challenging the 95%. Like, how true is it? What is it about this that is actually not true, not actually going to happen? What have I done before? And the final stage is to start thinking about, okay, if I don't do this, what am I missing out on? Like, it's building the importance of the sort of benefit that you're going to get. So it helps you move through the discomfort. In situations where the discomfort is extreme, one of the things that you can do is sort of repeat exposure, but to something that's slightly lesser or similar to the actual situation that brings on the extreme discomfort. So by working in, so like if it's public speaking, let's say, public speaking in front of, say, 40 people may be something that drives massive amounts of anxiety or discomfort. Public speaking, maybe to 3 or 4 people, will still drive that discomfort, but not necessarily at the same sort of level. So it's almost finding ways to, how do I have repeat exposure that moves me through this, so I get used to this feeling, but I also start to teach myself that I can do it. By taking some of these strategies or these approaches to it, normalizing the feeling, it actually allows us to get the benefits, because in that discomfort, it challenges some of the strategies that we have. Does this still work? Does the direction I'm taking, is it appropriate in these types of scenarios? If we start to then look outwards as opposed to inwards in those moments, it allows us to develop new strategies, which then drives the growth and takes us to the next level. It's very normal. All of us feel it in some way or another, but it can be a cue where we go, I'm feeling uncomfortable. This is a good thing. This is moving me towards something I want or something I want to achieve. So that was this week's topic. I'm currently in a very sunny Switzerland, which may be why there's a different backdrop, a bit of an echo. Next week, I'll be back in the UK and it'll come with another topic. Have a good weekend when you finally get there. Any questions, please drop them in the text underneath and I'll answer them after.